Okay, so it's 2024 now,
Yes.
and I'm doing this interview. What are you doing, and why are you doing it? That's the big question.
So I am running for the House of Representatives, District 2, Seat B. It's a extremely large district. It takes in 5 counties, and so
5 counties. Which counties are we?
Clearwater, Shoshone, Benoit, the eastern half of Kootenai County, the northern part of Kootenai County, and a small sliver into Bonner County.
Wow,
So
that really is
it's a
huge.
huge district,
Yeah.
huge. So yeah. Uh, so some people. Apparently I have something across the top of my head, like it should be, like that. I'm not sure why all these people come and want me to do things. So, and in leadership roles. So, and in headache and gray hair roles is what it is. But had asked me, begged me and begged me to run for the House of Representatives for our district. And I was like, you guys, I I need a quiet, simple life. Like, I just need a quiet, simple life. And so my mom had just passed away, and I'm just like, no, no, no. And I told him, no. I said, I'm not, no, I'm not. I reached the top of the ladder being the mayor, and reached the top of the ladder being a chief. And I've seen it all. So not all. I mean, no one's ever seen it all, but
Yeah.
I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot and done a lot. And nope, no, I'm good. That's state level. I'm not good at politics. I just am a normal person like everybody else. And I got a phone call from a friend of mine that had been in Boise and said, "Hey, I was in Boise and I heard your name a lot at the Capitol." And I went, "What? What do you need? What do you hear my name for?" "Oh," she said, "no, there's a lot of people talking about you." And I said, "Why?" "Because they think that you should run for this seat, this House of Representatives seat." And I'm like, "What?" So I respect this person, and I said, "So tell me honestly, do you believe I can do that? And do you think I can do a good job if I do that?" And they said, "Absolutely, you can do that." The guy that's in there is really far right-wing militia, really bad, like wants to take away all the public schools, wants to use your tax dollars for vouchers to pay for people to homeschool and private school their kids. And just he votes like the Freedom Foundation wants him to vote. He's a puppet for them. We need someone that will stand up for the people. So I thought about it for like one day. I didn't have much time, and because it was the week that it had to be in. And so I thought about it, and I could hear my mom. Sorry, it's pretty recent. So I could hear my mom say, "You should do it, but you'll be a fool if you do." So, but you should do it. You should do it because you can make a difference. You have made a difference. Everything that I've done, I have made that difference. Is it to the scale that I want? No, but I can make a difference. And so I threw my hat in as an independent because I feel both parties have lost sight as to why they're there. You're there for the people. You're there for the people, period.
Yeah.
And not to fight about party politics. And you're there to make the best decision for the people. And again, we've been talking about my servant, like a public servant, pretty much my entire lifetime.
Yeah.
And so I went down and asked what I had to do. And of course, if I was a Democrat or a Republican, I could just pay $50 and I'd be in. And nope, because I'm an independent, I got to find 50 registered voters to sign this paper. And I've got to get it down to Boise by Friday. So away I went. Good thing I'm from here. I know a lot of people that vote. So I got 50 signatures fairly, it took me afternoon. So I got quite a few. And I flew to Boise on Friday and handed my stuff and flew back home. So, and ever since then, that's all I've been doing. It's kind of crazy. I've been a lot of places already, and it's me, myself, and I. I don't really have a committee. I don't have a party backing me. So
Did those people who wanted you to run, did they know that you would run as an independent, or did they want you running as a Republican or Democrat? Or
they did not know that I would run as an independent, but that was the first thing I said. I said I will not run as a Republican and or a Democrat.
and they're
I will
okay
not.
with that?
Yeah, and they said that's fine. We just need someone to run against this guy because he's terrible. So, and he's not doing us people
Yeah.
any good. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, they at first said, well, that's okay, and then now 5 months, 6 months into it, it's like, no, we're really glad you're running as an independent, because the way that the country is so divided
Yeah.
between Republican, Democrat,
Mhm.
people will look to vote for you because you are not one or the other. And I actually have found that to be fairly true in all the places that I've been. Like today, I was in Elk River all day at their festival, and I had a lot of people say, because I always introduce myself as, hey, I am that candidate. I am the real candidate here. And that always catches people's attention, because usually the candidates don't do it. It's, they have committees for doing that. Everywhere I've been, they've had committees. Not my opponent's never been there. So, and so they pay a little bit more attention. Their handshake is a little firmer. But I was just telling them I'm an independent because this is what I said. I feel both parties have lost sight as to why they're there. And I would say 99% of the people say, you have got that right. We're glad you're running as an independent and that you're there for the people.
Good.
And so, yeah, that's been encouraging.
Yeah.
A lot encouraging. A lot of people have been really encouraging. Even the people that can't vote for me, like, I'll tell people now whether they do or not. I don't know, but if they do, word of mouth is probably your best advertisement.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it truly is.
I think we talked about this before we started recording. I just think it's interesting in the state of Idaho. It's pretty much Republican dominated, but
Yes.
there's a lot of the term rhino and everything else, and when you talk about your opponent being so far right and wanting to do away with public schools and everything else, I mean, it's like
the bad thing is that when you talk about things like that, obviously you're not originally from a rural area like this,
right?
Because I don't know, 70% of Idaho probably is rural.
Yeah.
Really small schools, small communities. And what does those small communities revolve around? They revolve around your school.
Yeah.
They revolve around your school.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're talking about a massive amount of Idaho that is really rural, that go around their schools, like revolve around those schools, everything is done for the schools. It's like, that's sad that we would want to get rid of that.